Hey, what's up guys? Anderson here, bringing you a battle replay commentary on a key. And my opponent is another 10-star general named Imperial Heidkane. And this is not one of my particularly favorite maps, very camp inducive with these two massive hills that just happen to have forest cover on top too. You know, it wouldn't be so bad if they didn't have forests on top of these two hills. They kind of look like boobs, but fortunately there is a shrine right smack dab in the middle. And since my opponent is using a loansword core, you know, he's ideally going to want to take that shrine, so it's going to force him to, you know, play off of the hills. Now, if you look at my army composition, I have 3 bow warrior monks. 2 of them are pretty well veteraned, and then 1 very low veteran. I think he just has the base upgrades up to the 200 range. Then I have 3 Yari Ashigaru with a nicely veteran matchlock warrior monk. He has, you know, the 4 basic upgrades. Then he has I believe rapid volley, so not a bad unit. All I need to put on him next is the increased range, but I don't know if I want to. I don't want to, you know, get them over 1,000 koku. And then you can see I have 5 katana samurai, and I have 1, you know, nicely veteran katana samurai that costs 855 koku. And then I just have 4 vanilla samurais that cost 712. And I want you to look at their stats pre-battle. So you can see we have 12 morale, 14 attack, and 4 melee defense. You know, not particularly good. But what a lot of people do not know is that with low veteran units, the lower the veterancy, or if they're completely vanilla, the better it is sometimes, because as these units get kills, these stats will go up. You know, just like you're playing, you know, on a campaign map against an AI army. You know, your units that you fight on single player and campaign maps, as they get kills, they gain chevrons. And as they gain chevrons, their stats go up. It's the same thing on online battles. So anyways, I just wanted to show you that. Alright, and I have 2 Grey Guard hidden in this force as well. Now you look at my opponent's army, he has, for some reason, 3 Bow Ashigaru. Then he has 3 Naginata Samurai, moderately veteran, 2 in the front, 1 in the rear. And then he has quite a few lone swords. He has 5 lone swords. Most of them have, you know, 18-ish attack, and then 2 of them have 15 and 16 attack. And then I believe he has 3 Yari Cav and 2 Katana Cav. All you can see over here is the Katana Cav. I don't know if he was trying to bait me or whatnot, but I wasn't going to fall for it. And he has another Yari Cav over here with the 2 hidden Yari Cav. Now he went and moved these matchlocks first, so I decided to go ahead and halt my bow warrior monk so I could burn these guys down quick. But, you know, the downside of that is he's going to start, you know, entering the circle and getting capture points. So I'm going to go ahead and let this play out for a minute. You know, this just appears to be vanilla. Now it has 1 reload upgrade, matchlock Ashigar, not a particularly good unit, and I'm not sure if he was rushing it up here to distract me because he didn't move the rest of his army in time. So not really a huge threat, but he is going to start getting capture points on this shrine. Now I really did not want to give him the shrine, but unfortunately he does manage to cap it in the battle, but since I outplayed him, it doesn't really help him too much. Now I see this Yari Cav coming down. He's got a nice position and good uphill charge, and I figured he's going to go for these bow warrior monks, so I start moving both of these Yari Ashigaru forward. And I kind of wish I had the second one on my front line already. And, you know, I thought he was going to go for my bow warrior monks, but for some reason he decided to charge my katana samurai. Now ideally what would have been a good idea, oh, he does get in some of my matchlocks as well. But a good idea would have been to run these guys back through my spears, so he would have contacted my spears rather than my swords. But, you know, he does make a pretty good charge here, and I don't manage to counteract in time to move those katana samurai back, and they're going to lose about 1/3 of their forces. But, you know, he does have these 2 Yari Ashigaru converging on this unit, so it's not going to last too long in battle. And it did take some nice morale damage from my matchlock warrior monks. So you can see over here I actually have my bow warrior monks targeting his bow Ashigarus and some of his other units now. You know, really, once again, not a huge threat, but you know, with bow Ashigarus, I don't really think he's going to try to stand and skirmish. What he is doing though is going for this shrine, which, you know, I couldn't really effectively go up and block without, you know, throwing all my units in harm's way, you know, with the exception of my bow warrior monks. And I'm glad I didn't either, because it gave me time to react when he decided to go ahead and spring out those, what are they, Yari Cav. You can see I did bring one of my great guards that was hiding over here back around, so he potentially does know that I have this other one back here. And people don't normally roll with just one great guard into a fight. When they do, they're stupid. So I don't know, you see me complaining about that a few times. So I went ahead and my general's dismounted. I actually did not put him in stand a fight yet for some reason, which is probably a bad idea. I should have probably already done that. But I went ahead and maneuvered these Yari Ashigarus up here to hopefully soak up some of his arrows, which they actually are. For some reason he diverts, his attention away and starts shooting at these guys. So, essentially they do their job and meat shield it for a bit. But I'm just setting him up here to kind of block him, and I was trying to get them in this shrine so he wouldn't capture it too quick, but you see I fall just short of actually putting them in there. So I've pretty much destroyed most of his bow component. He does have some left, but I just don't perceive them as a huge threat. They have such low accuracy and everything else that even if they sit there and shoot a million arrows into you, they don't do a ton of damage. But what I did manage to get done was I went ahead and used rapid volley on these Matchlock Warrior Monks with extended range. And I am also setting up this Yari Ashigaru to spear wall for a bit and let these matchlocks just shoot away as long as possible. I really don't want to position them behind my swords and try to mitigate my friendly fire, because I am pretty well outnumbered on the infantry component. So I think that would be kind of foolish just to do that. So I pretty much wiped out this unit. You can see my Yari Ashigaru, we're going to finish routing it. And then I switched to this Naginata Samurai, which these guys just do an amazing job of burning this thing down. Like 30 units left. So I went ahead and started maneuvering this Great Guard around. Now, I didn't see this till the last second, but he does pull out these Yari Cav with his Katana Cav and starts aiming for my other flank. I guess, his idea here was to just, try to weaken my infantry lines as much as possible and then clean me up with his loanswords and his Naginata Samurai. You can see I'm going to get a decent charge in over here with these Great Guards, finish working down his bows a little bit and hit his swords some. And we're going to go ahead and commence in the infantry battle. Now right away, because he didn't have a wide grip on my lines, I went ahead and maneuvered this Katana Samurai around to flank him and put these rear morale penalties on him. As well, you can see these guys did catch up with my infantry line and hit this Katana Samurai, but I already had this Yari Ashigaru coming around to take care of him, and I have my Great Guard coming in as well. And he does have a Katana Cav coming in, but I'm not really too worried about that. So my Great Guard again in a nice charge here. So now essentially fighting his two not very well upgraded Yari Cav and his Katana Cav. I have a Yari Ashigaru and a pretty strong Great Guard. And here I actually started bringing this other Great Guard back to start doing hammer and anvils. Now I want to show you what I was talking about with vanilla units. So you saw at the start of the battle these guys had 12 morale, 14 attack, and 4 melee defense. Now, after racking up 53 kills, they have 13 morale, 18 melee attack, and 5 melee defense. So most of these units, their stats did go up. So, that's pretty much it. And it's just clean up now. I went ahead and put my matchlocks on his general when he brought his general down. Have my Great Guard fighting him as well. And that's pretty much a good game right there. For some reason he did not concede, but that's fine. And now he's actually trying to break these Cav through my lines, but they're pretty much done for. And the chain route commences. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed. Take it easy, and I'll go ahead and show you the stats. Alright, so here's the results for that battle. You can see I deployed 1,515 units with 700 losses. 579 were his kills, so that means I got about 122 from friendly fire. As well, I had 1,513 kills. So opponent, he deployed 1,860 units, and my kill count definitely went to my Matchlock Warrior Monks, followed by my Bow Warrior Monks. And I really wasn't expecting that. My Matchlocks never really do that good. Hope you guys enjoyed. Take it easy, and I'll see you next time.